Welcome to my channel where we share with you the latest news update without any biasness. A black woman was told to wait outside by her boss at work. 1 minute later, she fired the entire management. This is how the story started. The chief operating officer of an IT firm was enjoying her morning coffee when her phone rang. It was the managing director of their largest client. He wanted to know why the payroll software they had been promised for 2 months was unready yet. Their old software had crashed, and they needed this new one to function. They gave her a variety of answers, but she was satisfied. She thanked them for their time and told them to hold their meetings until she got back. She then went to her boss's office. "This is going to cost us big time. How can you be so careless? Do you know how much trouble we're going to be in because of this?" He snapped. "Yes, sir," she answered quietly. "Is there anything I can do to help?" "No, nothing. Just get out of here." When Lisa arrived, Sarah briefed her on everything, and they got to work. They worked day and night, taking only breaks when absolutely necessary. It didn't take long. Her boss replied almost immediately. "Thank you so much for fixing this." So she replied, "No problem, I understand. Let me know if there's anything else I can do to help." Her boss didn't reply right away this time. Sarah knew that he was probably busy, so she didn't think much of it. "Sir, please calm down. Let me explain everything to you," she said. "You're being sued because of what I did?" she asked incredulously. "You even tested it, and it worked perfectly fine," she protested. "That doesn't matter anymore. The damage has already been done." Her boss was sitting at his desk, typing away on his computer. He looked up as she entered and nodded curtly. "Sir, I just wanted to tell you that you don't have to worry about the project anymore," she said. "I've already found someone else to finish the project." Her boss was left stunned. He couldn't believe what he was hearing. Who else was going to finish the project? What was she talking about? She excused herself and stepped out of the office to answer the call. It was her friend Lisa. "Did you tell him?" Lisa asked excitedly. "Yes, I just did." He was totally shocked. "It was amazing," she replied with a big smile on her face. "Good. I knew you could do it." "See you tomorrow," Lisa said before hanging up. The client heard about it and was very impressed by the COO's actions. He immediately called her and thanked her for taking care of the issue. And as a token of their appreciation, he offered her and her company a huge bonus. The entire staff applauded her decision, and everyone at the company respected her for standing up for herself. "So you don't have to worry about it anymore," she said confidently. "Even if you think that you're in the wrong, it's always worth trying to make things right. Most importantly, don't be afraid to speak up if you feel like something isn't right." Her boss stared at her in disbelief. "What are you talking about? Who else is going to finish it?" he asked incredulously. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe so you never miss out on any of our videos. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. We're going to be sued, and you're the reason why. "But how?" he stammered. "It's all taken care of. Don't worry about it anymore," she said with a smug smile on her face. "I mean that you don't have to worry about the project anymore." She could hear him shouting behind her, but she didn't bother to turn around. She had done what she set out to do, and that was all that mattered. "It's all taken care of," she replied. "What do you mean exactly?" he pressed. "What exactly are you playing at?" he demanded. "Nothing. I was just telling you that the project is taken care of," she said calmly. "How is that possible?" "Who else is going to finish it?" he pressed. "If you can't fix that, then I'm afraid you're fired," her boss said firmly. "Yes, because you were too careless to do your job right." She couldn't believe that her boss was firing her for doing her best. She had worked so hard on that project, and it had been her fault that they were being sued. She felt terrible. "I'm so disappointed in you," her boss said angrily. "But I didn't do it on purpose, sir. I'm so sorry, but I just couldn't finish it," she tried to explain. "I don't want to hear your excuses. I want to see results. I need you to fix this." "If you can't do that, then I'm afraid you'll have to resign," he said coldly. "Explain what?" "How you managed to mess up such a simple project. Explain how you put our company in jeopardy. Explain why we're now going to be sued by our clients," he shouted. "I'm so sorry that I yelled at you before. Can you come to my office?" he asked. "Of course. What can I do for you?" she replied. "I need you to tell me everything that happened. Why were you so careless? Do you know how much trouble you've gotten us into?" he snapped. "I was just under a lot of stress." "Please accept my apologies," he wrote. They were determined to finish the project as soon as possible. "I don't ever want to see your face again," he growled. She couldn't believe that they had actually done it. She quickly installed the software on her computer and tested it to make sure that it worked. It did. She was so happy that she let out a big sigh of relief. She took the call in stride and apologized for the delay. But then the client lost his cool and started screaming at her. She took a deep breath and tried to calm herself down. She knew that she couldn't finish the project on her own. She needed help. But who could she turn to? That's when she remembered her friend, Lisa. Lisa was a software engineer, and she was really good at what she did. She had been out of work for a while, so she was just what Sarah needed. She knew that her boss was right. She had made a mistake, and she had to fix it. But she also knew that she couldn't do that from inside the office. She needed to get some perspective. So she decided to take a walk. You were supposed to finish it 2 months ago. Our finance team is working overtime trying to fix things that your incompetent team has broken. You are always giving us excuses, but never a solution. Fix this now, or else. And with that, he hung up. She knew that she had to do something fast. She quickly called the head of the project and asked him where they stood. He told her that they were very close to finishing it and that they had just run into a few problems. We'll have it ready for you by the end of the week, he assured her. But she knew that this wouldn't be good enough for their clients. So she called him back after thinking of a plan. Don't finish it, she said. Tell me which teams are working on it and how long it will take each of them to finish their part. He agreed to do so and hung up. She quickly called all the managers whose teams were working on the project and asked them how long they thought it would take them to finish it. He was sitting there talking to another manager about something. She could hear them talking in hushed tones. She knocked before entering and saw that their faces fell as soon as they saw her. What is it? Her boss snapped at her, clearly annoyed by the interruption. Sir, I just want to tell you that we won't be able to finish the project this week, she said calmly. Her boss and the other manager looked at each other, surprised by her answer. What did you just say? Her boss asked incredulously. I said that we won't be able to finish the project this week, she repeated. Why not? We already paid them to do it 2 months ago, her boss exclaimed. I know, but some things came up, and we weren't able to finish it. I'm sorry, she replied. Her boss threw his head back and let out a frustrated sigh. After she left the office, she walked out of the building and sat down on a nearby bench. As she walked, she thought about what she could do to make things right. Sarah quickly called Lisa and explained her situation. Lisa didn't hesitate and agreed to come over and help. Finally, after 2 weeks of working non-stop, they finished the project. Sarah was overjoyed. She knew that she had to get the project to her boss as soon as possible, so she quickly emailed it to him. Then she waited anxiously for his response. Sarah smiled as she read his message. She knew that he was just stressed. It wasn't personal, however. She soon got a call from her boss. Sarah took a deep breath and tried to calm him down. Sarah couldn't believe what she was hearing. Sarah was shocked. She couldn't believe that her boss was actually threatening her job. But I fixed it, sir. I gave you the software. After the meeting, Sarah packed her things and left the company. On her way out, she passed by her boss's office. She knocked on the door before opening it. Her boss looked up in surprise. What do you mean? He asked. Sarah took a deep breath and let it out slowly. Sarah smiled mysteriously. Oh, you'll see soon enough, she said before turning and leaving the office. Just then her phone rang. Sarah went back to her boss's office and sat down on the chair opposite him. Sarah leaned forward and whispered something into his ear. His eyes widened in surprise. What? Before he could ask any more questions, she stood up and walked out of the office. In fact, within 2 days, every manager whose team was working on the project received a pink slip. What can we learn from this story? Sometimes it pays to stand up for yourself. If you enjoyed watching this video, please leave a like and a comment below. We'd love to hear what you think.